Who was the mysterious caller that haunted Dorothy Jane Scott until her untimely demise? This chilling question serves as the gateway into the unsettling narrative of Dorothy Jane Scott's murder. Dorothy Jane Scott, a single mother living in Stanton, California in the late 70s, began receiving eerie, anonymous phone calls. The unidentified caller oscillated between declarations of love and threats of violence. On one haunting occasion, the caller chillingly told Dorothy he would get her alone and cut her up into bits so no one would ever find her. On May 28, 1980, the situation took a frightening turn. After a coworker fell ill at a company meeting, Dorothy drove him to the hospital with another colleague. Once the coworker was discharged, Dorothy went to fetch her car alone to pick up her friends. That was the last time Dorothy was seen alive. Her car was found ablaze in an alleyway later that night, but Dorothy was nowhere to be found. The mysterious caller didn't cease his torment after her disappearance. He began calling Dorothy's mother, Vera, assuring her that Dorothy was his captive. The horrifying tale reached its gruesome climax in August of 1984. Construction workers discovered charred human remains in a remote area of Santa Ana Canyon Road. A turquoise ring and a watch, stopped at 1 a.m. on May 29, 1980, the day after Dorothy disappeared, were found at the scene. Dental records confirmed the worst. The remains were Dorothy's. The haunting phone calls stopped after the discovery of Dorothy's body. Yet, the identity of the caller and Dorothy's murderer remains unknown to this day. Despite the passage of 4 decades, the case remains as chilling and unresolved as ever. To recap, Dorothy Jane Scott's life was abruptly ended in a tale shrouded in mystery and dread. A single mother, she was tormented by an unidentified caller who vacillated between love and threats. The calls persisted even after her disappearance, only ceasing with the discovery of her remains 4 years later. The identity of her tormentor and killer remains a mystery, keeping the case of Dorothy Jane Scott's murder unsolved and forever haunting.